This is Stop 5 on the Regina Cyclone self-guided walking tour. The Regina Cyclone of 1912 was Canada's deadliest tornado, with 28 dead and 10% of the city's population left homeless. This tour will lead you through locations in Regina's downtown, starting from the Hotel Saskatchewan and continuing north through the downtown before completing the tour at Victoria Park. Along the way, you will learn about landmarks, both past and present, that mark impacted locations affected by the cyclone's destructive power. The next location on our tour is the former site of the Carnegie Library, now the central branch of the Regina Public Library, located at 2311 12th Avenue. In 1907, Regina's citizens, led by Premier Walter Scott, petitioned City Council for a free public library. The bylaw passed in 1908, and a small public library location opened on the second floor of City Hall in 1909. J.R.C. Honeyman was the first librarian. It didn't take long for the building to become so popular that its City Hall space was overflowing. A new space was procured on Lorne Street, and with the assistance of a $50,000 grant from Andrew Carnegie, construction began on Regina's first freestanding public library building. The new space opened on May 11, 1912. 6 weeks later, the building received extensive damage when one of the two funnel clouds from the Regina Cyclone tore down Lorne Street. Instantly, the Story and Van Egmond designed building suffered $9,500 worth of damage. Andrew Carnegie's foundation had a policy of paying for needed repairs to Carnegie libraries, and Regina's library was no exception. Books and building were soon restored, with business as usual resuming within a year. Regina's public library system soon expanded beyond its central location. In 1913, the Albert and Prince of Wales branches opened, followed by Eastview and Connaught in 1918 and 1931. Library service delivery expanded to bookmobiles during the 1950s and 1960s. Today, the Regina Public Library operates 9 branches throughout the city, as well as offering e-books, audiobooks, and extensive programming for the community. The central branch of the Regina Public Library began to expand its offerings in the 1940s, adding films, audio records, and an art gallery room. The increasing demands on the system during the years of the baby boom forced children's programming out of the Carnegie branch and into the Connaught branch in 1957. There was a growing recognition that the Carnegie branch was coming to the end of its lifespan. A successful money ballot question was submitted to the Regina people in 1960. When it passed, funds were authorized for the design and construction of a new central library. The Carnegie Library was demolished in 1961. The new building was opened on December 2, 1962, by Mayor Henry Baker. The new central library's design was initially planned to be much grander in scope. The architectural touches that made it into the final design were a simplified version of modernism. The architectural firm of Izumi, Arnott, and Sugiyama were responsible for the subtle yet sophisticated modernist layout. As Bernard Flaman described the design in Architecture of Saskatchewan, A Visual Journey, 1930 to 2011. The reading room features aluminum sunshades to filter the exterior light. The outside of the building has a predominantly granite finish that blends nicely with nearby heritage properties from a much earlier architectural period. A stonework arch and coat of arms medallion were retained from the old building and incorporated into the new design. The coat of arms is mounted on the exterior cladding of granite squares, while the archway was incorporated into the interior design. The finished building brought the children's collection back into the main branch of the library and introduced space for a full-sized art gallery, the Prairie History Room collection, and a movie theater. The Regina Public Library was the home of the Globe Theatre Troupe for 4 years. The RPL has been an innovative leader in library services within Canada. In 1977, it conducted the first ever study of school-aged children's use of library services. It has developed an ESL tutor training program, expanded services to low-income residents, and in recent years has received donations to support interactive early literacy programs at the library. The next stop on our tour is the former site of the Knox Presbyterian Church, now the SaskTel Telecommunications Center, 1844 Lawrence Street, and the Telephone Exchange Building, now Sask Sport, at 1870 Lawrence Street. You can find the City of Regina on Twitter or Facebook, or visit regina.ca for more information about Regina, including more heritage and history content.